In this video, we're going to look at a couple of naming hydrocarbon examples from page 12, which would include alkenes, which are double bonds, alkynes, which are triple bonds, and alcohols, which have an OH attached to those. So let's bring up a screen here and take a look. So I'm going to go to letter E, and we're going to come up with a name for this structure right here. All right, so I'm just going to count. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons going this way, or 1, 2, 3, 4 going this way. And if I do 1, 2, 3, that's not the longest chain. So we really want the longest chain. That includes the triple bond. Okay, so I think I'm just going to go left to right, 1, 2, 3, 4. And if I did 1, 2, 3, 4 like this, it would still come out with the same name. Okay, a little bit hard to see in the flat structure world but that is what happens. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons. Let's go look at our naming rules, which is on page 4 of homework packet or on the yellow sheet. And it says count the carbons in the longest chain to get the root name. So 4 carbon chain is going to be a bute. Check for single, double, triple bonds or OH group. Use the appropriate suffix. So we actually have a triple bond, and when we have a single bond, it's all anes. When we get a double bond, we get an ene ending, and we get a triple bond, we get the YNE or ine ending. So we have a triple bond, so it's not going to be a butane or a butene, but it's going to be a butyne, okay, for the triple bond. So let me go and write that down right there. Well, I'm going to go one more rule here. Number carbons starting at the end nearest the double or triple bond or OH group. So that takes priority even over branches and numbering these things. So I think now we're ready to go back and take a look at this. Okay, so get a marker here, and we said it was going to be a 4 carbon chain. Here we go, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's a bute, and it's a triple bond is an ine. So I'm going to write that in, and butyne. Oops. Here we go, butane. So what I want to do, and we want to talk about where that double bond is, or I'm sorry, triple bond is. So I'd start numbering at the end nearest this bond. So if I number these, and I think I'll just kind of put a little mark down there, there's a 1, those aren't bonds, that's a 2, there's a 3 for this carbon, and there's a 4 for this carbon. Okay, it's in between carbon 1 and 2. So we always take the lower of the two numbers and identify it. So I'm going to call this a 1 butyne, meaning where is the triple bond between carbon number 1 and 2. So if I say a 1 butyne, starting at the end nearest the triple bond, if I say 1, it's between carbon 1 and 2. Okay, now I got to look for branches, and I think there is only one, and it looks like it's a methyl branch, and it is on carbon number 3. So I could write that in here, and I think I'll put that in. See if that'll fit. Right here, we'll try that. We're going to call it a 3-methy methyl dash. See how that looks. A little extra dash, 3-methyl 1-butyne. So that ends up being the name because we have a 4 carbon chain with a triple bond. That gives it an ine ending. Where is the triple bond? It's on carbon, between carbon 1 and 2. So we take the lower of the two numbers, the one it's between, so we call it a 1-butyne. And then there's a methyl on number 3. Notice we don't number at the end starting nearest the branch. We start at the end where nearest the triple bond because that takes priority in counting. Let's just go back at our rules and double check that. Okay, so the third rule says number carbons starting at the end nearest the double triple bond or OH group. Then check for branches. If there are no double triple bonds, number carbon at the end starting nearest the outermost branch. But there are. So the priority is the triple bond for counting. Okay, and then we just had a one branch methyl, and it was on carbon number 3, and that's that CH3 branch. All right, let's look at one more example, and I'm going to do this one. Draw the structural formula for the following: 2-methyl-3-heptene. So I look at this hep and I say, oh, hep is a 7-carbon chain. It's an ene, so it's going to be a double bond on carbon number 3. So let's go to that, and then we'll worry about the branch after that. So again, I have the longest chain is 7. That's where the hep comes in. And then there's a double bond because it's an ene ending. All right, so let's look here. And it says enes for double bonds. So, and then hept would be a 7-carbon chain. Hept ene because of that. Let's go draw this in. And I'm going to draw my 7-carbon chain. I think I'm going to try this and do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 carbons. And ooh, I see that I have a 7-carbon chain, and then I have a double bond. And where is that double bond? It's on number 3, which actually means it's between 3 and 4. So I could draw these zigzagged and things, but it's a lot easier to do it this way. So that's what I do. So I'm going to put another stick in here. Let's see if I can do that pretty good. There, I think that's pretty good. We can see the double bond is right there. Okay, so if I label these, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Notice if we counted from the other way, it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. It's between 4 and 5. But if I say 3, it should be between carbon 3 and 4. There's a methyl group on number 2. Okay, so if this is number 3, then this has to be number 2. So I'm going to put a methyl, which is a CH3 group, right on number 2. So there's a methyl with 1, 2, 3 sticks, which represents 3 bonds to hydrogen. So this is my branch right here. Just go back and look at our rule quick, and it says what? We numbered our carbons at the end nearest double or triple bond. We checked for branches, and we found a methyl branch, and that was on carbon number 2, and we put it in the appropriate spot. All right, am I done? Not quite, because carbon always has 4 bonds to everything. So I'm going to start adding my sticks. 1, 2 more. So I got 4 there. I got 4 there. Now be careful. Usually on the edges, you put a couple sticks, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now notice this carbon already has a double bond, so it already has 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to put 1 more stick in. You can put it above or you can put it below. It's your choice. Again, 1, 2, 3, and I can put it above or below. But notice, because I have the double bond, I don't put a stick on each side. I want a total of 4 bonds to that carbon. All right, I think I'm good. I got a 6-carbon chain, which is a hept. I got an ene, which means I have a double bond. Where is that double bond? It's between carbon 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3. So I got the double bond there. And then finally, I put a methyl on number 2. And then I did my stick count, or bonds to hydrogen count, to make sure I have 4 total bonds in carbon each time. All right, hope that helps with page 12. Thank you for watching.